third guard is number 13, Mekhi Smith, sophomore, 5'11", 6 points a game, 2 rebounds. And the 2 forwards for the Tigers are number 24, Matt Lynch, a senior, 6'1", 8 points a game, 7 rebounds. And leading scorer for the Tigers early in the year, number 32, Simon Smith, a senior, 6'3", 13 points a game, 9 rebounds.
This will be the end of the
Yes, sir, it is, John, and it is that holiday season. There he goes, he's great. Led the way. Yeah, I tell you what, Jed Hilbert should have kept singing it, John. He did it one other time, and he's phenomenal. And sometimes you just got to wing it, don't you? You would have never done that. I like him. See if that works tonight. Let's just let it go. You know what? That's pretty cool. Each player, when they come out, they have their number, their name, and a little video of them up there handling the ball and doing stuff. So pretty cool. Well, it's Tigers don't turn it over. They'll be in good shape tonight. Central, what they want to do is turn you over. Hopefully it gets you disruptive. Tigers play a lot of guards, and the key to me, and I'm going to agree with Coach Klein, Smith What people don't understand about Simon Smith, a guy that didn't play early on, came on last year and played fairly well, has really improved his game, and he's a 6'3" jump leaper. He gets off the floor and he positions himself well. You move the ball, you knock shots down, you win basketball games, and that's the Nissan keys to the game. It's easy to pronounce. Well, you saw what Central tried to do there. Even on a miss, they came up and pressured, and they jumped on Makai Smith when the screen came. 14. Two turnovers, both teams just as the game starts in 29 seconds, two turnovers. Very patient, but two turnovers and two trips for the Jackets. Well, Tigers have two guys all the way down to four, John. You know I'm not a fan of that. Bring Simon Smith up, and they use him as an outlet.
And the game for Central, #1, Josh Price.
Well, he's coming out in the hall to change this.
The Kevlar vest that looked like he had on there. Compression top. New man in is Josh Price. Move the ball, left to Bibby. Harper comes to get him. They cut Jalen Price. Over to Josh Price.
John, first team score wins.
Now maybe 6:14 to go. Goose eggs on the board. They'll put it in play under their own basket. It's Josh Price. Nothing there. Gets it in the corner.
2 on Mackay Smith.
Team second, shooting 2 for Central, Josh Price.
Tigers after Josh Price shoots the first of 2 free throws. Slow start for this Tiger team.
It's 4 for 4. Yeah, they're having trouble getting into their offense. They've gone back. They've gone to a backdoor play and trying to get that, and they just don't look sure what they're starting with right now. So we'll see how that translates.
Leroy Thomas back in. He did have to remove whatever he had on underneath his jersey.
No shot, play violation, Tiger basketball.
5:49 to go. First quarter, Tigers put it in play.
12 drop middle, rotate, rotate, go, 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 go.
And, John, what happened right there is they got the ball to the middle of the floor, and Simon Smith needed to turn and look at the basket. He had mud wide open, but Tigers miss again. Now they inbound. Well, I tell you what, Central's flat getting after it, but a good play actually by John Carroll getting into the lane. Unfortunately, he left his feet. It would have been a bucket for the Tigers. 2-0 Central, 5:15 left here in the first.
Two-run homer for the Yellow Jackets. Thomas across the line, gets a high screen at the top. Steps into the lane, kicks it over to Level. Now back out top to Booth. They got Mud. Josh Price.
Keep the ball down, keep the ball.
Thomas double team, gets it in the corner. Right into the lane. There it goes, cut off.
Get down, we're good. Get down, get down.
Central will reset. Thomas into the Bibby. Goes into the lane, stops. Cut off there. Out top to Level. Right corner to Josh Price. Out top Thomas. And in the corner to Park. An open three, didn't take it. Took a trip.
Now, if you're the Tigers, don't hurry up. Just stay at the pace you're going. Things are going to start going in, but if you speed up and stay at the speed Central's playing at, then bad things are going to happen. Well, you're in good shape.
Carroll will walk across against the 1-2-2 trap. Looks at the Mosley, back to Carroll in the middle of the side. 3-on-2, they want to take it. Out to Mosley. Gets it to Lynch, who puts it up no good, but a blocking foul underneath on DeJuan Parks. Nice job by Mosley to find the open man.
Well, that's what, if you're the Tigers, you need to do. And I think what the Tigers need to do against press, switch Simon Smith and whoever it is. Put Simon Smith under the basket, get the ball in the middle, and then get the ball to Simon Smith down on the block. But,
Matt Lynch with 2 shots.
oh, we got an injury.
For Jeremiah Johnson and number 14, Jalen Price.
By his teammate Leroy Thomas.
And Matt Lynch, 2 for 3 on the year from the foul line.
Parks is the guy that committed the foul, but it looks like he took the brunt of the punishment.
Well, if you're looking for scoring, if it's a baseball game, I'm taking the Tigers, but they're down 2-0 right now.
Jeremiah Johnson in there for the Jackets. Jalen Price back in as well. Matt Lynch scored on the free throw. 4:16 to go in the first quarter. It's 2-0 Central. We'll have one more. This one's good. First point of the night for the Tigers.
Attack, attack.
Central basketball.
If you're Mud, you have to come down. He's a lot taller than anybody out there. Just lost the ball. Now Central, after a miss, will inbound under their own basket. Tigers 2-3.
Elevator, elevator. Come on, run it, elevator.
Well, if it hits the back, it goes up. Well, John Aiden, I can't say it. Aiden Mudd lost his guy there, and that's why that happened. And unfortunately, Matt Lynch gets the foul.
Price will go back to the free throw line. He missed one. Lane violation on his second attempt early. This one's up, rolls out.
In the game for Central, number 3, Ryan Parks, number 21, Xavier Bell, replace Billy and Thomas.
Well, if you're looking for scoring, you're in the wrong place right here. 6-2, 2:46 left. Central's second foul shot coming. Second when the Tigers ran a pretty backdoor play, but the turnover nullifies that. Back in the game, Leroy Thomas for the Jackets. And John, I'm going back to it. If you're the Tigers, you still don't speed up.
Break the pressure by the Jackets. Just over 2 minutes to play in the first quarter. Steal by Mudd back there. 1-on-2, looking for help. This is Mosley. Fake the three. Drives. 12-footer again. High school basketball.
Nice job by Mudd. Using them long arms. And he was patient. Most guys shoot that, you know it. Just because you stole it. Yeah, we got scores. Let me see if wow. Yeah, I haven't really looked at anything here. Louisville. Oh. Red Raiders. Klein thought he just.
challenge today, no good. Not a good shot that time. Here's Central the other way.
That's what happens when you take a bad shot.
Great pass ahead. 31 seconds left in the quarter. Cut it to a 4-point St. X lead. There's Mudd in the backcourt across to Mosley with 13 seconds.
Steps ball,
But once again, Nickel Mosley, you just got to just pass the basketball. If it's not there, get rid of it. Somebody's going to get a shot. 1.1 left. Central got to go to the lane.
Parks will put it in play right in front of his own bench. Goes in the backcourt. Mudd almost had it. The three-pointer won't count if it's
at the end of one quarter, Xavier 13,
It was ugly. St. X leads. We'll take a break. You're listening to St. X High School Basketball. This is Impact Sports Radio Network.
Well, Mosley makes 3 really good plays and then makes 2 horrible plays.
entering the game for Central is going to be number 4, Jeremiah Johnson.
Break of the half. Kenny, Kevin, of the half. Okay, sounds good. I thought it was. I wasn't sure. Tony, you need to go on the bench and tell them. St. X was 7 turnovers in that first half. Now, not a pretty, you know what, burn the first quarter of this tape, but hopefully we'll get some better basketball here. It's Lynch, Carroll, Mudd, Varga, and Simon Smith for the Tigers as they get the ball to start the second quarter. Carroll will walk it across. Double team comes out at midcourt. Looking in trouble, ball knocked away. Carroll dives for it, it's on the ground, and I think it went off Central. It did, it'll be Tiger basketball, but again, just not valuing the basketball, John Carroll that time. And it's not just him. Long one from Carroll in the corner to Varga. He takes a 3, no good air ball. It's off Mudd, out of bounds. Central basketball. That was a long pass and a good look from Ben Varga, but he airmailed it. Here's Thomas in the backcourt. Tigers bringing a little half-court pressure here. Thomas trapped at midcourt, throws it down in the corner to Bibby. He swings it to Josh Price for an open jumper. Good. First field goal for Josh Price. He's got 3. And it's a 6-0 run for the Yellow Jackets. Varga in the backcourt, dribbles it across, cut off, double team comes. He gets it out top to Carroll. John Carroll dribbles to the top, goes one-on-one, goes inside, lays it up and in, and he's fouled. I believe Parks got there late. Second foul on Parks. 4th on the Yellow Jackets. Each team with 4 now. And John Carroll, with his first points, will try to complete the 3-point play. He does. That ends the 6-0 run and gives the Tigers a 16-11 lead. Thomas walks it across. Tigers go back into what looks like a little 1-2-2 zone here. Jeremiah Johnson out top to Parks, swings it left side. Bibby open 3, short, and Simon Smith with the offside rebound. Tigers could have numbers here if they want. Carroll across the timeline, goes behind the back, dangerous, keeps possession to Mudd, high right. Aiden Mudd to Carroll, they swing it high left to Lynch. Lynch back to Mudd across court. Aiden to the foul line, left corner, Varga, 3, short, no good. 2 Tigers tip it, and it goes to Josh Price. Got it ahead to Bibby. Carroll cuts him off. Out top to Thomas. Left side to Johnson, knocked away by Varga twice, and it goes out of bounds off of Varga. Central will keep it as Level checks back in for the Jackets. Now Simon Smith, we thought, could have a big night tonight. He's scoreless in the points column right now. Central will put it in play from the corner in their offensive end. Long one out top to Bibby. He had about 4 options there and decided to throw it as far as he could. Lynch comes to get him on the top of that zone. Swing it across to Jeremiah Johnson. Dribbles into the lane. Tried to drop it, threw it right to Carroll, who muffed it. Picked up by Level. Out to Bibby, who gets it to Jalen Price. Back to Bibby, right corner. Fake the 3, gets a screen. Central swings it around. Ends up back in the hands of Bibby, high right. Out top, 3 ball in the air from Jalen Price. In and out, and Simon Smith. Good block out, good rebound, but threw it away, and Josh Price has the layup. Timeout, St. X. We'll keep it here. I blame John Carroll as much as I blame Simon Smith there because he's going away from the pass, and Josh Price just snuck in and got it. 16-13 in favor of the in favor of the Tigers here with 5:47 to go in the half. And Doug Bibby talking to the officials, and Tony Burke trying to listen in. And I think, Tony, the back door is there. The middle is open on the offensive end. Tigers not taking advantage of what Central wants to give them. When Central traps, somebody's got to be open. Ball into John Carroll. Back to Lynch. Looks like man-to-man pressure here, and Lynch gets it back to Carroll. He will dribble it across. Double team comes as Lynch gets the pass. Throws the lob down to Mudd, who tried to tip it. Bad pass from Matt Lynch. It was there. Just throw it to him and let him lay it in. You don't have to throw a lob there. Welcome to our listeners who've been watching or listening to the first half from Madison Square Garden, where Texas Tech leads Louisville 31-28 at the break. Keep you updated during our second half as well. That time, Mosley knocked the pass out of bounds. Central will keep it in their front court. They throw it into the back court to Leroy Thomas. St. X gets into that 1-2-2 zone. Mekhi Smith and his 2 fouls back in the game. Baylor Bayline as well for the Tigers. Corner. Jalen Price got it down, a wide open. Level for the layup. Well, Bayline got lost there on the switch, and Level's got 6. The Jackets are within 1 at 16-15. Lynch in the middle to Mosley. Mosley dribbles left, cut off by Jalen Price, and throws it out top to Lynch. Right side to Mekhi. Mekhi will dribble out top, guarded by Josh Price. Hand off to Mosley, dribbles to the free throw line. Right side, Mudd, 3 ball in the air, way short. Bayline tipped it, and I thought the jacket was out of bounds, but instead Mudd falls out of bounds with the ball. It'll be Central basketball. Ben Johnson, first appearance for the Jackets, and Bibby back in as well. Thomas walks it across. Mudd comes to get him out top. Double team comes as he passes it to Ben Johnson. Gets it back, throws it cross court to Bibby. Dribbles into inside the three-point line and then travel. Mudd and Mosley double teamed him, and as he tried to back out of it, he took an extra step. Mosley's got it in the backcourt. Wants to dribble. Double team comes to Lynch over to Mekhi Smith. Back out to Matt Lynch. One dribble. High left to Mosley. Tries to dribble around. Jalen Price is cut off. Back to Lynch out top. Hands it to Mackay. Mackay Smith dribbling. Hands it off to Mosley. Nickel to the top of the key. Tigers just can't penetrate. Out top. Knocked away, but Mosley gets it back. Lazy pass. Picks up his dribble. Gets it out to Mackay Smith. High screen from Bayline. Mackay goes to the bucket. Flips it up. It's blocked out of bounds by Level. That shot, Tigers lucky it was blocked because it had no chance. A bad shot from Mackay Smith and impatience as well. Mackay to throw it inside. Gets it to Mudd. Back to Mackay. Fake the jumper. Dribbles once. Puts up a 6-footer. No good. And Level gets the rebound. A couple players on the floor underneath. Here's Jalen Price the other way. Out top. Long one by Thomas. Good. The Jackets have the lead. Their first three-pointer of the game. And a 13-5 Tiger lead is now 18-16 Central. Mosley's got it high left. Double team comes. Gets it to Mackay. In the middle to Mudd. Down low to Lynch. That's perfectly done, and he's fouled as he tries to lay. Second foul on Jalen Price. 5 now on Central. Matt Lynch, who's 1 for 2 on the night, will go back to the free throw line. Knocks down the first one. That is 5 points for Matt Lynch. 2 free throws and a three-pointer. Josh Price back in for Jalen Price, who comes out with the 2 fouls. And now Cam Jones will come in for the Jackets as well, his first appearance. Yeah. Second free throw by Lynch as he tries to tie it up. He does. 18 all, 3:18 to go here in the half. Long one ahead, and Matt Lynch knocked it away. Boy, he read that like a defensive back. Jackets thought they had somebody wide open underneath, and Matt Lynch was watching it the whole way. Here's Mosley out top. Double team comes, so it's a lob to terrible pass that should have been intercepted. Instead, it's knocked away, and the Jackets do eventually come up with it. Left corner, and a charge, I believe, on, they called a block. Did they call a block or a charge? It's a charge. I can't believe, no, they did call a block. They called a block on Matt Lynch. That's a terrible call. He was there a long time. Kevin Klein can't believe it. Second on Lynch, 5th on the Tigers. Simon Smith comes back in, so give Josh Price the bucket, and he'll shoot a free throw.
Shooting 1 for Central, Josh Price.
What do you think about that call?
John, I was kind of blocked. I don't know if it was there, but I couldn't tell. I can't give you an answer right, but since I had a chance to go up there.
Josh Price trying to complete the three-point play. He does. He's got 8, 7 in the quarter, and the Jackets lead at 21-18. Full court pressure again, and a hold away from the ball on Cam Jones as he would not let Mackay Smith get where he needed to go. Doug Bibby crazily wants a double foul. Oh my gosh. Feel like he's never coached a game before. Here's Mackay Smith into the front court. Double team comes, gets it to Carroll. Double team comes to him. Somebody's got to be open. He gets it down low, but he charged. Second time John Carroll has gotten into the lane and charged as he made a pass. So Carroll with 2, Mackay Smith with 2, and Matt Lynch with 2. Those are all of the 6 Tiger fouls. John Carroll saying, look, I stopped. That's a flop. And he might be right. 2:43 to go here in the first half. Bibby, cross court, is still in the back court is Jeremiah Johnson. He beats the double team, gets in the corner for an open 3 from Jalen Price, in and out, and Simon Smith with the rebound. Give it to Mosley. One-on-one against Jeremiah Johnson. He brings it across. He'll reset now, cross court to Smith. Mackay to Mosley. Knocked away. Nichols got to chase it down, and he does not do it. Steal and a layup for Jeremiah Johnson. Timeout Tigers. And I put a whole new 5 in there, Tony. You got to put some guys in there who are going to value the basketball because this team is not doing that.
I like it, son. got smaller than me. I'm working hard. Nobody getting me the ball.
2:14 to go here in the first half.
That's where the ball needs to go. Too much dribble. Too much Mosley on the turnover line. What did he do? He pounded it. I know they're pressuring you. You got to dribble. But the more you dribble, the more it helps something.
23-18. Jackets lead it here. Second quarter. It is 14-5. Yeah. Well, John Carroll's got an and one, but yeah, that's 6 fouls on each team, and with 2:14 left in this quarter, we talked about low-scoring quarters last time. Now the Tigers in the last few years have always had one of those quarters where they got 5 points this quarter. No more field goals.
And it's good simple defense, but it's bad from
Yeah.
Let's just take that out.
Am I wrong here, Tony? If you've got 2-on-3 out top where they're trapping, put a guy at the free throw line and one in each corner, somebody's got to be open, right?
Well, I like what they have with a 8 should be up there. They can release the pressure. Now, Central's going 1-3-1.
Calvin Schubert with the ball, gets to the middle, out to Makai Smith. Varga, left corner, 3-ball, good. No, that's the John Calipari zone. You won't see it again. Quickly the other way, Cam Jones, right corner, out top to Josh Price. Dribbles against Schubert. Calvin's first appearance tonight. Man-to-man defense here, left side to Jeremiah Johnson. Mudd comes to get him. He wants to take him. Goes inside, lays it up, it rolls out. I think Mudd got a piece of that one, and Simon Smith with a rebound. Gives it to Makai Smith with 1:35 to go in the half. Makai brings it across, right side to Schubert, to Mudd, free throw line jumper, good. And nobody was near him. First two for Aiden Mudd. And then we are tied. 5 quick points by the Tigers, tied at 23. Right side is Bibby. Out top, Josh Price, leading scorer so far tonight for the Jackets. Lost it. Dive on the floor by both teams. What a great job. And they're going to say the Tigers kicked the ball. That was Aiden Mudd, they're saying kicked it. Mudd and Simon Smith both hit the ground that time. So Central puts it in play. Knocked away by Mosley. It goes to Mudd. Mosley goes in with a layup. He got it and he's fouled. Boy, what a nice play from Nickel Mosley there, Tony. He just got a piece of it and took off. Knew it was heading toward Mudd. And the Tigers take the lead. Mosley will go to the line for an and one. First foul on Shane Bibby. Went after it and did not get it. It's Tigers. He was the only Tiger at the free throw line. 25-23, under a minute to go here in the half. Right side, Bibby dribbles against the pressure. Varga and Mosley with the double team. Ball's on the ground, knocked away. Schubert's got it to Simon Smith. Ahead to Mosley. Nickel dribbles to the top, in trouble. Gets it out top to Schubert. Schubert drives, hands it off to Varga. Fake the three. Now dribbles right, picks it up, gets it out top to Mosley with 33 seconds to go in the half. Mosley dribbles left. They're looking for the back door here. Picks it up, nothing there. Looking, kicks it out top to Mudd. Fake the three, drives inside, goes up, drops it for Simon Smith for the dunk. Well, Tanner Jacobs heard Simon Smith and got him a dunk there. First two of the game for the Tiger big man. 11 seconds to go here in the half. St. X has scored 9 straight here, and they have a 4-point lead. Out high, Jeremiah Johnson wants to drive, in trouble, ball on the ground, picked up, gets it left corner, 3-ball by Thomas, no good, and that ends the first half. 27-23. Tigers, they were a different team, Tony, after that timeout.
And that was, I believe, the first time Simon Smith has touched the ball in the block. That's when he got the rebound and missed the put in. They've done better here because they're getting rid of the ball quicker, making Central. Think about it.
It was a 14-point game. I'm sorry, a 4-point game at the quarter. Would you have believed the way that was going? It's still a 4-point game here at the half?
No,
27-23, Tigers lead it. We'll be back with the Eye Care Institute halftime report. Tony Burke will give you the individual scoring from that first half, and we'll talk about what the Tigers have to do, which will include not turning the ball over as much in the second half. You're listening to St. X High School Basketball on the Bissig Impact Sports Radio Network. Spears, Tony Burke. Tony with a look at the first half scoring. Tigers lead at 27-23 over Central here at the half.
First for the Yellow Jackets here in the first half. 2 for Jeremiah Johnson, 2 also for Jalen Price. 5 points for Leroy Thomas, 6 for Jalen Lavelle, and the lead scorer for the Jackets in the first half is Josh Price with 8 points. Tigers tonight, 2 points for Aiden Mudd, 2 points for Simon Smith, 3 for John Carroll, 6 apiece for Matt Lynch and Ben Varga. And the lead scorer for the Tigers is Nickel Mosley. He's got 8. Simon Smith has 6 rebounds for the Tigers, but the Tigers have 12 turnovers, and the Jackets have 21 turnovers, and there's 50 points to it.
And the adjustment that Kevin Klein and whichever coach on that staff said, hey, look, we've got to get the ball away from the double team before it gets to the last 2 minutes of the first quarter.
There's nobody over about 6 foot besides from Lavelle. And when you can get it to a 6'5" guy, and he's a shooter too. So it puts a lot of pressure on you. You turn and get more ball fake, maybe Simon Smith's open under the basket. You put pressure on the Jackets, and then you hopefully can stretch this out in the second half. But and the Jackets are going to keep coming at you.
We saw Aiden Mudd make a difference in that Manual game on top of that zone with his length defensively. He's made a difference on the offensive end tonight as well as the defensive end.
Yeah, it makes it tough when you're playing teams that are tall. It kind of neutralizes that. But you're playing teams that are tall, good and length, deflections, and Nickel Mosley has been really good at times, and other times he hasn't tonight. He's tough on making the tough passes.
Reminder to 8th grade parents, the placement test is this Saturday, December 14th, right here at St. X, 9 o'clock. Have your young man here. He doesn't need to bring anything. Just show up. There will be plenty of people to guide him where he needs to go for the placement test. And that is 9 o'clock this Saturday here on the campus of St. X High School. Try to get here by 8:30, 8:45, I would say, latest. And, have your young man take his first step on the journey of becoming a St. X Tiger. That's this Saturday, December 14th, 9 a.m., the placement test. Don't forget, our next game, want to remind you as often as I can, our next radio game will be January 5th. Now, if you look at your calendar and say, that can't be right, that's a Sunday. It is exactly right. For years, Tony, the girls' schools, Assumption, Mercy, Presentation, Sacred Heart, have been playing on Sunday evenings, triple headers. Well, now the Tigers and Rocks are going to do it at Bellarmine. Varsity game will be at 6 o'clock that night. Single game only, yeah. But January 5th, 6 o'clock, special Sunday evening start time. And as always, we look forward to that clash of the Titans. We'll take another break here, come back. Second half action is on the way. The Tigers led it by 8 early. were trailing by 4. Now they lead, trailing by 5. They've scored the last 9 points of the half. They lead now 27-23 at the break. We'll take a break. You're listening to St. X High School basketball on the Bissing Impact Sports Radio Network.
All right, that's awesome.
I saw it.
We got
Long game. On some scores tonight. 33-28 early second half. Texas Tech with the lead over Louisville. We'll keep you updated on that. Trinity leads Seneca at halftime on the road tonight, 27-18. That's a district game for those two. So really those two probably vying for the number 1 seed in this game tonight in their district tournament.
Trinity, I think, trying to find their footing with a lot of new players over there. Seneca, always a tough game for them. Low-scoring game over there. Must be something going on here in town. But one thing I noticed on the stats, Central is shooting 50% from the field, and the Tigers are shooting 52.6. It's 27.
But you also got these two numbers circled, and those are big.
Yeah, 9 turnovers for the Jackets, 12 turnovers for the Tigers.
So only 20 field goal attempts for Central in the first half, 19 for St. X. Central has been very patient in their offensive end. Sometimes they haven't gotten shots, but sometimes they've gotten shots and some good shots.
Yeah, it's pretty much the MO. Be patient, try to break the offense down, get at you defensively, get some steals, maybe get some runouts. But when you're the Tigers and you shot 19 times and turned it over 12, that's not a good ratio. I'm not good in math. That's not good.
You had a Male score against Fern Creek tonight, biggest game in town, I think. Male led it, I think, 27-18. There you got an update at halftime.
Halftime, the Male Bulldogs lead Fern Creek Tigers 38-29.
That's really a good game tonight. Jason Frakes is out there from the Courier-Journal. You can follow him on Twitter to keep updated on that score, among others. But that's a fun game to be a part of tonight. If I wasn't here tonight, if the Tigers were not playing, I would probably be out at the creek. Tiger schedule sets up here for the rest of December. They will play Saturday at Iroquois, 5:30 start in the South End Shootout, and play a team that from Kankakee, Illinois, that we have been told is a pretty good basketball team. Tigers 5:30 this Saturday, if you can make it out to Iroquois High School. Then December 18th, a week from tomorrow on a Wednesday, Tigers travel to Kentucky Country Day. That's an interesting game. We don't see the Tigers playing the Bearcats very often.
No, John, that's one. When I played, we played that as a Tigers. But I'm going to say one thing. We said this the other night over here. The game that came out did not warm up.
Yeah, Central, same thing.
They went into just a funk to start the third quarter. The Jackets had just come out, and they're not even going to warm up.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on that because that was the ball game Friday night against Manual. Yeah. Tigers led at 13-9 after a quarter. It is 27-23 St. X. Second half action. We'll give you the starters here in the second half. Good to see our buddy Tim Camposano made the trip out tonight. Tim and Melissa. Yeah, I got to give Melissa some credit. So we're ready to go here in the second half. The Tigers, I assume, what they normally do, send out the same 5 that started the game. I like the 5 that were in at the end of the first half, Tony.
You don't have to go back to that. One thing I forgot at halftime, that's the 69 state championship team honored at the 6A championship game. And so how to Coach Wallace if he is still missing.
Hello, Coach Wallace.
He told me he was listening to that.
Yeah, he lies to us a lot, Tony. It is Simon Smith. Aiden Mudd will get the start here in the second half. I like that. He played very well. Varga, Lynch, and Mosley for the Tigers. Central sends out Bibby, Parks, Thomas, Level, and Jalen Price. And we're ready to go here in the second half. Jackets will get the ball first. Here's Bibby walking it across. High right to Parks. Back to Bibby. Fake the 3 against Varga. Kicks it out top. Jalen Price, open 3 from the top. Good. Nice set play by the Jackets there. And Jalen Price hits the 3 to cut the Tiger lead to 1. Pressure in the backcourt. Mosley's got it. Bringing it across against Thomas. Double team comes. Quickly to Lynch. Matthew drives right side. Shut off. Back out to Mosley. To Mudd high left. In the corner to Varga. Then dribbles into the lane. Stops. Out to Mudd. Mudd dribbles left. Cut off there. Out top to Lynch. Matt Lynch dribbles against Jalen Price. Swings it over to Mosley. Mosley guarded by Thomas. Gets it to Simon Smith. Double team comes. Cross court Mosley. Dribbles into the lane. Goes up. Kicks it out to Mudd. Open 3 from the top. Good. 5 for Aiden Mudd. Nice dish from Nickel Mosley there. And each team with an early 3-pointer here in the third quarter. Thomas right side to Bibby in the corner. Varga comes to get him. Out top, Parks swings it. They swing it around in the left corner to Thomas, to Bibby, and he threw it away. Jalen Price headed down the lane. Bibby thought he was going to stay there and threw it right behind him.
Well, Central did a good job of reversing the ball, and that's what the Tigers need to do, even though they turned it over. But Aiden Mudd, nice looking shot from the top of the key.
Mosley will walk it across. Expect the double team here as Bibby comes to get him at midcourt. He finally does. High left to Lynch. They look for the lob. It's not there. Lynch swings it back across to Mosley. Mosley dribbling. Goes into the lane. Stops. Tried to throw it to Lynch. Threw it away. Or Varga, excuse me, threw it away. Here's Bibby. Quickly the other way. Drops it to Jalen Price. Fake the 3. Drives baseline. Out top. Bibby lost it. Knocked away and off of Doug Bibby. And out of bounds. But Mudd got a piece of it. Central will keep it.
Just a horrible pass by Nick Mosley. This is he's got to do job. No bounce pass. Just threw it to the other kid. He's better than that. He's got to do a better job.
Pass in the backcourt to Thomas. 30-26. Tigers lead it with 6:10 to go in the third. Thomas will walk it across. Double team comes. In trouble. Throws it into the corner to Jalen Price. Lynch picks him up. Cross court to Bibby. Long 3. Way out, and he banked it in. First points of the night for Shane Bibby, and Doug Bibby over here laughing a little bit, and he should. Mosley still in the backcourt. Dribbles it across. Long one ahead to Simon Smith, who saved it. Knocked out of bounds. Knocked out of bounds by Parks. Tigers will keep it. Josh Price in. Thomas will come out. Ball into Varga at the elbow. Back to Lynch for a long 3. Good. So it's a battle of the 3-pointers so far here in the third quarter. Each team with 2. The Tigers regain the 4-point lead. Double team comes on Josh Price out top, and a foul on Mudd. Well, you got to be under control when you come out for that double team, and Aiden was not. His first on either team here in the second half. It did, yeah. Parks throws it into the front court in the corner to Bibby. Double team comes on him, and he almost threw it away. Now the double team on Josh Price. Level with the throw. Tipped by Lynch, but it went right to Parks for an open 3, and he nailed it. First points of the night for DeJuan Parks. The lead is back to 1. Who will miss a 3 in this half? Mosley gets it to Varga in the corner. Fake the 3, drives baseline. Floater, good, and he's fouled. He'll try for the different kind of 3-pointer. As Ben Varga with a nice fake 3 And the third foul now on Jalen Price. And Varga will go to the free throw line to try to get his 9th point of the night. Jalen Price will have to come out with his 3 fouls. And Leroy Thomas back in. Jeremiah Johnson in as well.
But yeah, a nice job. And that time Nickel put the ball on the floor, got it to Varga, little head fake, and baseline. Simple play, simple 2 points.
35-32, make it 36-32 Tigers. As Varga knocks down the free throw. Backcourt pressure from the Tigers. Here's Josh Price. Cross court tipped in the air by Mudd and those long arms, and Simon Smith comes up with it. Lynch will hand it to Mosley in the backcourt. Jeremiah Johnson comes to get him. Mosley brings it across. Heads right, now back left, looks for the back door. It's not there. He takes it himself, goes up, flips it up and in. They won't count it. They call a charge on Mosley, and Kevin Klein's beside himself. Yeah. And it looked like Mosley went almost straight up, Tom. First foul on Nickel. Pressure in the backcourt by the Tigers. Jeremiah Johnson looks, throws it to Logan. That's an athletic catch from Leroy Thomas. Looked like Logan Thomas. He's got it out top. Tigers in a little 1-2-2 zone here. Varga on the top of it. 36-32, St. X with the lead. Cross court, knocked away by Mudd. Can he save it in bounds? He tries to, but his foot was out on the sideline. Central will get it back.
And the jacket shell elevator, that's what it is. It's a backspin throw over the top. And Aiden Mudd was listening just like everybody else. On arms, but he couldn't run it down. But a nice play. Tigers lead 36-32. That's in the third.
Thomas will bring it across. Tigers get back in that zone with long arms of Aiden Mudd at the top. Bibby out top, goes to the free throw line, threw it away. Mudd's got it, knocked away by Thomas, and Thomas will save it in bounds. Lynch taps it, and he's got it. So a little pinball by both teams there, and St. X comes up with the basketball. Mudd in the front court, looks to get it to a guard. Cannot, picks it up in the right corner to Varga. Ben drives, spins, gets it out top to Lynch. Free throw line, down low to Smith. Ball fake, goes up, missed the layup, but he was fouled. I think Shane Bibby grabbed his arm on the way up, and Simon Smith will shoot a pair. First one up and in for the Tigers senior big man. 3rd point of the night for Simon. He had a dunk late in that first half. Cam Jones, Jalen Lavelle back in for the Jackets. Simon Smith will shoot one more here. 13.5 to play in the Madison Square Garden. Texas Tech leads Louisville 40-35. Second free throw rolls out, and Lavelle with the rebound. And a touch foul there on Aiden Mudd. Yep. You got to call it because he's falling out of bounds when you bump him. Second foul on Mudd. Cross court and in the back court to Cam Jones. Throws a deep one to Thomas, who lays it up. It rolls off. Simon Smith went up to challenge him, made him alter it. Lynch gets it ahead to Mosley. Nickel brings it across, will slow it down and reset. Picks it up, gets it to Simon Smith. Wants to go one-on-one on the block. Spins, goes up, blocked by Level. Ball loose. Simon saves it into Mosley. He drives, goes up, flips it up, and rolls out of there, but a foul on the Jackets, and Nickel Mosley, who split the double team as he got into the lane, will go to the free throw line. Fouls on Thomas. That's his second. Simon Smith got his shot blocked there, but stayed with it and went after the basketball. Mosley's first one is good. That's 9 points for Nickel. Nobody in double figures tonight. He can become the first. Tigers have 3 guys right now with 9 points. The Jackets' leading scorer, Josh Price, has 8. Bibby back in. Parks back in. Josh Price and Level will come out. He was a little far out off the block than he probably wanted to be when he received it. Free throws long by Mosley. Jackets have it. Long one down court to Bibby. Fake the three. Now he goes inside. Drops it for a layup from DeJuan Parks. Long one ahead to Simon Smith. He gets it to Mudd. It's knocked away and saved in bounds, but to Lynch, who puts it up and in. You never save it under your own basket, I'm told. And that time the Jackets did. Here's a quick three at the other end by Bibby, in and out, and Mudd above everybody for the rebound. Ahead to Lynch. It's 3-on-1. Matthew goes in, lob to Smith, bad pass, and here come the Jackets the other way. 2-on-2. Parks against Mudd, goes up, lays it up, no good. Lynch with a rebound. It's getting a little out of control here. Here's Mosley the other way. Great pass to Smith, and he almost missed the layup. He wanted to dunk it, didn't jump high enough, and just got it over the rim. It rolled in. 42-34, timeout. Central will take it as well with 2:11 to go in the quarter. You're listening to St. X High School basketball on the Bissing Impact Sports Radio Network.
After midday, I don't think they're going.
Back at St. X, John and Tony, 42-34. Tigers lead at 2:05 to go in the third. After the Yellow Jacket timeout, they bring it across with Leroy Thomas. Gets a high screen, goes to the elbow, left corner to Jeremiah Johnson. Couple of dribbles, trying to throw it inside, threw it right to Simon Smith, who read it the whole way. Here's Makai Smith back in for the Tigers. He'll walk it across against Thomas. High left to Mosley, no double team. Lob down to Simon Smith, ball fake, goes up, and he's hammered from behind by Leroy Thomas. I keep wanting to call him the Virginia Tech quarterback, Logan Thomas. But well, yeah, third on Thomas, and Simon Smith will shoot a pair. First one short. Thomas will come out, and Josh Price will come back in. Cam Jones back in for the Jackets as well, and Jeremiah Johnson will take a seat. 1:42 to go here in the third quarter. 42-34. St. X with the lead, trying to make it 9 here. That would be their biggest lead. They led by 8 midway through the first quarter. Smith puts it up. It's short again. Tipped out. Mosley's got it. Puts it up. It rolls out. Simon Smith has it also, but I think they're going to call him over the back here. No. Undercut on Cam Jones. And that'll be his second and fifth on the Jackets. Makai Smith will put it in bounds. Simon Smith missed 2 free throws there. You don't see that very often. Long one outside to Mosley. Nickel drives into the lane, goes up, lays it up and in, and he's fouled. Well, the help did not come, so Mosley just kept going, and that's the first on level. 6 now here on the Jackets with 1:32 to go in the third quarter. Mosley with 11 now. And he'll have a chance for the old-fashioned three-point play. Tigers have their first double-digit lead of the night. Free throws up and in. He's got 12 to lead the Tigers. Steal by Mudd and a lay-in. Well, the long arms in the backcourt and a quick timeout for Central with 1:26 to go in the quarter. St. X leads at 47-34. Let's take a break. You're listening to St. X High School basketball on the Bissing Impact Sports Radio Network. So we'll keep the we do like to talk. Tony Burke has never been at a shortage for words. Aiden Mudd, we talked about it, Tony. And I'm writing the score down. I look up. He's stealing it in the backcourt, just a cross-court pass, not a lazy pass, but you don't realize how long Aiden Mudd is.
6'5" with long arms. And what that play did is just put the Tigers on a 9-0 run. Coach Bibby has to call timeout with 126 left in the third. Tigers have stretched throughout the 47-34, and that's, this is Coach Kevin Klein, that's what you're looking at as a team. But the composure part for the Tigers in the second half has been much better. They pass the basketball and then sit what Central is.
If the Tigers make their free throws here in this third quarter, they'd be up even more than the 13-point margin they have right now. I know Simon Smith missed a couple. Nickel Mosley missed one. They've had some missed free throws here in the quarter.
4 out of 8 here in the quarter.
Yeah.
Simon Smith missed the ball.
Yeah.
They ended up getting back there and getting points. So,
They ended up getting an and one from Mosley, I think, on that possession.
but right now, they're making a conscious effort to get to Simon Smith and Aiden Mudd doing a great job on the defense.
Bibby will try to bring it across. Double team comes before he can get across the timeline. Cross court to Josh Price. Spiked down by Mudd. They'll get it. Central gets it back corner. Cam Jones 3. It's almost an air ball. It got some rim. Here's Lynch the other way. Gets it to Mosley. Smart play to back it out. He takes a 3 and knocks it down. I'm not sure it was the shot Coach Klein wanted, but it was a great decision by Mosley to not go into traffic. Here's Level. It's spiked down that time by Simon Smith. A held ball, and the Tigers will get it. That's 2 volleyball spikes by the Tiger defense in the last couple of possessions.
Helped the Tigers out to the 57 seconds left. Tigers will have the ball at about this court. They lead by 16.
50-34. We talked about the third quarter against Manual. It's kind of been the same here. Took a while to get it going, but the Tigers have really dominated this quarter. Mosley walks it across. Hand off to Makai Smith. He dribbles high left. Looks down low. Guarded by Jalen Smith. Backdoor to Lynch. He missed it. Smith put it back up and in. Simon Smith has 7 now, 5 in the quarter. It's an 18-point Tiger lead with 35 seconds to go in the third. Parks in the backcourt to Thomas. He beats the defense, gets it in the corner to Jalen Price, who was out of bounds when he caught it. Tiger basketball. And give Mosley a lot of credit tonight in this third quarter especially.
Number 4, Jeremiah Johnson. The Tigers, number 34, Benny Line.
Matt Lynch. So Makai Smith will put it in play against pressure in the backcourt with 25.8 to go. He'll get it in the backcourt to John Carroll, who will walk it across against Bibby. Carroll picks up his dribble early, hands it to Makai Smith. Makai dribbles to the right, now back to the middle, goes down the lane, in the corner to Mudd. 3 ball on the way, no good. Tipped out by Schubert, and a foul on Mudd as he tried to chase it down and knocked over Jalen Price. That's the 3rd foul on Aiden Mudd, 4 on the Tigers, 7 seconds to go in the quarter. And we'll see Chandler Strong for the first time tonight as Mudd with his 3 fouls. You said get him out before that, yeah. This is a big possession for Central because they'll get the ball to start the fourth quarter. Here's Thomas, gets a high screen. Double team comes, picks up his dribble, right side. Jalen Price 3, did not get it off as an air ball anyway. And the third quarter is over. Tigers lead it 52-34 after a quarter in which they scored 25 points to 11 for the Yellow Jackets. Third quarter in the books. We'll take a break if we can. You're listening to St. X High School basketball on the Bissing Impact Sports Radio Network. Tony Burt, along with John Spears back at St. X. Central has the ball to start the fourth quarter, trailing by 18. Bringing it up is Leroy Thomas. Beats the defense out top and misses a shot. Baylon with a rebound and a quick outlet to Mosley, who lays it in. Boy, Baylon with exactly what I was going to say, Tony. Only us old guys remember that. But Baylon got it and sort of on his way down threw it down court to Mosley. Tigers by 20 now, their biggest lead of the night. Losing the ball temporarily was Thomas. He got it back. Double team comes. Mosley tapped it. Mackay Smith trying to chase it down. It was out of bounds, I think, off Mackay. It'll be Central basketball. And the Tigers have gotten a lot of deflections in this second half, Tony. And I think there's a yellow jacket, I think, down. Thomas is the guy who was chasing it, and I don't see him out there, so we're blocked by some of the people at the table here in the St. X bench. But I think Leroy Thomas is down over on the sideline near the St. X bench. Central staff is down there to check on him. Deflections, Tony. A lot of them.
Deflections. But here's the big one. Last field goal, last points for the Jackets. 2:51 left in the third. And it took almost 3 minutes to get the bucket in. 3 points.
Is this a 16-0 run? Am I right on that? It's something along those lines.
38-34.
Yeah, so 16-0. And Tigers have really been crisp on the offensive end in this, especially the latter part of that third quarter, but most of this entire second half.
They have sped up.
Just carrying Leroy Thomas to the bench.
John, the one thing the Tigers have done is they've really sped up the Jackets now, which you wouldn't expect. But that's been the difference in the game. Now, Tigers can call it deflections, but quick shots, Tigers getting runouts.
Yeah.
It's a 20-point lead with 7:20 left in this basket.
Tigers are with Mosley, Carroll, Schubert, Mackay Smith, and Baylon. Central now with Josh Price, Jalen Price, Parks, Bibby, and Jeremiah Johnson. Central ball, 7:17 to go. Double team comes on Bibby out top. Gets in the middle to Parks. In the corner, Jalen Price. 3 ball on the way, good. Now that is good execution against the pressure defense. Second 3 of the night for Jalen Price. Schubert's got it in the front court. Gets it out to John Carroll with 7 to play. Carroll, high right to Mosley. Nickel dribbles into the lane. Stops, in trouble. Got it out to Mackay. Mackay Smith to the elbow. Now he'll back it out of there. Right side to Schubert. Schubert dribbles twice. Looks, still looking. Gets it out top to Mosley. Mosley dribbles. Hand off to Carroll. Goes down the lane. Puts it up. He's going to charge again. That's the 3rd charge of the night for John Carroll. The ball did not go in the basket. Wouldn't have mattered anyway. Yep. Pull up. Got to pull up. Yep. So Mudd, Lynch, and Simon Smith all back in. 54-37. Bibby cross court, saved by Parks. Gives it to the middle of the level, stops, 12-footer, short, no good, and the Tigers have the rebound. It's Mackay Smith up above everybody. Gets it to Mosley in the back court. Level had a good look there, just short-armed it. Mosley into the lane, right corner, open 3 by Lynch, no good. Rebound by Simon Smith. Out to Mackay, left corner 3, in and out, no good. Simon again, go up with a big fella. He does, it's good, and he's fouled. I thought he should have gone up with the first one. Instead, he tried to get an assist to Mackay Smith. It was very selfless.
Smith did not watch the game after he threw the pass. He decided if it comes off, I'm going to get it. He got it. He's going to the foul line.
And,
he was struggling a little bit tonight. 1 for 4.
and 2 good looks there from Lynch and Mackay Smith. They just didn't go down. Simon knocks this one down. He's in double figures with 10. Remember, he was scoreless until late in that first half, and a turnover in the back court as Shane Bibby lost it out of bounds. Tiger lead back up to 20 with 6:09 to play. Mosley will put it in. Here's the lob to Simon Smith. Brings it down. It's knocked away and stolen by Josh Price. Down the right baseline, and Simon Smith A little lazy foul there from the Tiger senior. That's the first on him tonight. 6 on St. X. Both teams will be in the bonus. And 1-1 here for the rest of this one with 6:03 to play.
I think Simon Smith got one of those frustrated fouls right there. I got the ball, I lost it, I'm going to make something happen. It did not come from him.
Bibby brings it across. Right side to Parks. Over to Bibby. He's open for a 3, and it is good. 6 points, second three-pointer of this half for Shaden Bibby. Mosley walks it across. Double team comes. He looks, gets it to Lynch, threw it away. Lynch tried to save it, could not. Picked up by the Yellow Jackets. Jalen Price double dribble, no call. Here he comes across. Stops, pops, long 3, short, and Simon Smith up for a rebound. I don't know how many rebounds the big senior had after 3 quarters, but he's got at least 3 more here in the fourth. Mosley tried to drive, he's fouled, and he'll go to the line for a 1-1. That's the third on DeJuan Parks.
Just very upset with his position. Wow. Out of bounds. Mosley at the foul line.
Yep. It is not. I was looking at the Simon Smith rebound. Whatever he was, add him a 1-for-1, and that's 18 points for Nickel now. Maybe he should not go to school the day before the games every week. No, he shouldn't do that. Right?
He would probably.
He's okay with that. 58-40, second one's up and in. A couple of subs for the Crimsons. Cam Jones and Ben Johnson back in for Central. 19 now, leading scorer for the Tigers, Nickel Mosley. Double team in the backcourt. They get it ahead to Ben Johnson. It's 3-on-2. Throws it in the corner. Cam Jones dribbles into the lane. Kicks it out top. Price over to Parks. Back to Jalen Price. Drives around Simon Smith. I thought he traveled, but no call. And they're going to call a foul, I think, on Simon Smith here. You're right. Makai Smith, that is his third. Remember, he got 2 early in the first quarter. 7 fouls now on the Tigers. That's a 1-1 here for Jalen Price. Surprised it's not a 2-shot foul here, Tony. Doesn't matter as Price knocks down the first one. He's got 9. It's 59-41, 5:11 to go. Tigers with a lead, trying to improve to 4-0 on the season. Second one is in as well. For the left-handed Jalen Price, he becomes the first Yellow Jacket in double figures with 10. Mosley gets it into Mudd. Back to Mosley in the backcourt. Fake the long one. Got it back to Mudd. Cross court to Lynch. Matt drives down the lane. Lays it up, and he's fouled. A blocking foul. Ball came up short of the rim there. And Ben Johnson will draw his first foul, and Matt Lynch will shoot a pair. 9th on the Jackets. So the Tigers, and this is important, Tony, shoot 2 the rest of the way. Make it 4 out of 5 as he knocks down his 12th point. Josh Price back in for the Jackets. Ben Johnson will take a seat. And Simon Smith with a rebound, the putback. 12 for the big man. He has really energized this team in this second half. Now top is Bibby. Mudd comes to get him. Now Makai switches onto him. Now Mudd switches back onto him. Bibby dribbles. Right corner to Cam Jones. Got it underneath to Josh Price, who went up and got fouled by Simon Smith. Josh Price will shoot a pair. Second on the Tigers senior. 8 on the Tigers. Might see a lot of free throws here in this last 4:42, Tony.
Going up to the line, Josh Price, he's 2 for 4 tonight.
He had 8 points in the first half, has not tallied in the scorebook here in the second half. This one's up and in for his 9th point. The level back in for Central. 8:09 to play in Madison Square Garden. Texas Tech leads Louisville 51-44. Keep you updated as long as we can on that one. Price trying to cut the lead back to 18, and he does not. Rolled all the way around and spun out. Pressure in the backcourt as Mosley's got it. Lynch is back there with him, along with Makai Smith. Mosley gets it across on his own. Double team comes. Gets it to Makai. Swing it left to Lynch. Down low to Simon Smith. He lays it up and in. Boy, great passing by the Tigers there. Simon with 14-7 here in the fourth quarter. Tiger lead is 21. Mackay gets a hand on the pass, but it gets to Bibby, who will reset for the Jackets. Right side to level, out top. Your Varga, you back off a level and dare him to shoot one. Here's a steal on a lazy pass by Mosley. Nickel gets it to Mackay, who lays it up and it rolls out, but he's fouled. And Mackay Smith will go to the line. Mosley, a great job there, Tony, to slow down and allow Mackay Smith to get ahead of him to get the pass to him. Fourth on Jalen Price. 2 shots for Mackay Smith. He is yet to dent the scoreboard tonight.
Right, you keep talking about deflections, John, and it's the truth. They got a deflection there, and then they get a steal as Mackay Smith.
Jeremiah Johnson back in for Central. Level will come out.
65-42 Tigers. 4:02 left in this one here. Will center.
Second one by Mackay is long. Simon Smith with another offensive rebound. Gets it to Lynch. Out top to Varga. Dribbles into the lane. Right corner. Wide open 3 for Mosley. No good. Rebound Lynch. Puts it back up and rolls in. Boy, the Tigers have absolutely killed Central on the offensive glass in this second half. Here's Josh Price in the corner. Cross court to Jalen Price. To Johnson down low. Pass out top. Boys, Lynch had a shot at it. Couldn't get it. Here's Bibby with a 14-footer, no good. Got his own long rebound. This one's 15, and it's short. And a rebound by Lynch. Here's Mosley in the backcourt. Dribbles across, down low to Simon Smith. Gets in the corner to Varga for an open 3, no good. Mackay Smith up high for the rebound. Spins, puts it up and in. Timeout Central will take it as well with 3:16 to go. Tigers by 26. You're listening to St. X High School basketball on the Bissing Impact Sports Radio Network. John and Tony, 3:16 to play here, and the Tigers have opened it up to a 69-43 lead. Tony, how have they done it? Strong, Schubert, Quinn Kitchen back in for the Tigers. Camden McCarthy in, or Colin McCarthy, excuse me. Oh no, it's Camden Jaggers in, and Bayline as well. Here's Bibby high left. The Tigers have emptied the bench here with 3 minutes to play. Right side, Jeremiah Johnson wants to go, lost it. Ball on the ground, picked up by Jalen Price. Travel, no call, over to Josh Price. Looks out top, looks down low, now he decides to go into the lane. Kicks it out to Jalen Price for an open 3, good. Well, Jalen Price with 13. He's hit 3 threes tonight. He's got 8 of his 13 here in the fourth quarter. He's the only one scoring for the Jackets. Here's Chandler Strong, gets it ahead to Schubert. Got through him, and Bayline's got it. He'll get it back out to Strong to set the offense. Chandler over to Jaggers, gives it to Schubert, drives into the lane, stops, corner to Kitchen, out top Strong. Chandler drives into the lane, little floater no good, off the head of Jaggers on the rebound. Ball on the floor, Tigers chase it down, and Strong's got it in the front court. Chandler dribbles, still dribbles, gets it to Jaggers. Camden Jaggers to Bayline at the free throw line. Baylor doesn't want to dribble, looks for a pass and gets it out to Strong. Strong dribbles and he's fouled by Parks, and Chandler Strong will go to the line and shoot a pair. Tigers have been in the double bonus for a while. That's the fourth on DeJuan Parks.
Shooting 2 for the Tigers.
and it rolls out. Good looking shot, just didn't get the break. Cam Jones, Jalen Lavelle back in for the Jackets. 2:02 to play here. And he knocks this one down. First point of the night for Chandler Strong. He got a couple of minutes late there in the first half. 70-46, Tigers with the lead. Bibby brings it across. High left to Johnson. It's Jeremiah Johnson against the 1-2-2. Jalen Price, high right, cross court to Bibby. 3 on the way, short, no good. Chandler Strong up high for the rebound. He'll dribble it across himself. Behind the back, picks it up, hands it to Jaggers into the lane, puts up a floater, broke the backboard with it, and Central comes the other way. Nice move. Bibby with a long 3, right side, good. 9 for Shane Bibby, all in this half. Central calls timeout. We'll take it as well. You're listening to St. X High School basketball on the Bissig Impact Sports Radio Network. .122 to play. St. X leading Central 70-49. It's Tiger ball under their own basket. Schubert looks, throws deep. Bayline's got it. He'll go up and lay it in. Baylor got behind the defense as Central was trying to pressure the Tigers. And he gets the snowbird. 72-49. Here's Johnson out top. Oh, Schubert could have had a steal there. Didn't look for it. Got it to Bibby. Parks, right side to Jeremiah Johnson. 1 minute to go here. Left corner, 3 ball in the air from Bibby. No good. Long rebound comes down to Parks. He puts it up, no good, but a foul, I think, on Quinn Kitchen. And DeJuan Parks will go to the line for the Yellow Jackets. 2 shots for DeJuan Parks. Good to see him back in there, Tony. Remember, they carried oh, no, that was Thomas. Excuse me. We have not seen Leroy Thomas back in this game. He was carried to the bench at one point. Josh Price comes back in. Colin McCarthy, first appearance for the Tigers. Bayline gets a layup, and they get him out of the game here. It was a nice football pass. Yeah. Parks knocks down did he make them both there, Tom? Only made one. Made the second one. Ball thrown out of bounds by Jaggers as he and Schubert were not on the same page. Central will get it under their own basket with 51 seconds to play. Jalen Price to put it in play. Gets it in the corner to Jeremiah Johnson, who nails the 3. 5 3-pointers in this quarter for the Yellow Jackets. That's about all they have, though. Here's Schubert in the front court. Double team comes. He gets it to Jaggers. Camden drives down the lane. Went up, knocked away, out of bounds. It went off of Kitchen. I don't know why he grabbed at it, but it'll be Central basketball. 29 and a half seconds left here. It's going to take one whale of a comeback. Tigers' lead is 19. Here's Bibby, high left. Schubert comes to get him. Tigers will improve to 4-0 on the season. Jeremiah Johnson gives it to Jalen Price in the corner. He's double teamed. Cross court, knocked away and stolen by Schubert. Gets it ahead to Chandler Strong with 7 seconds. He lays it in. First field goal for Chandler. He's got 3, and that'll do it with 1 second to go. Josh Price's 3 is no good. Tigers win it 74-53. We'll take a break, come back with the Eye Care Institute post-game report. You're listening to St. X High School basketball on the Bissig Impact Sports Radio Network.